Welcome back. You're watching the Urban Reality debate on the politics of property tax. And with me today are the panelists, Ashutosh representing AAP, Mr. Aman Pawar representing the Congress, Naren Taneja for BJP, and Shrikant Vishwanathan from Janagraha. What's your stand, Mr. Naren Taneja? BJP has not waived off any taxes per se, but has waived off all the penalty and interest for those who really haven't paid property tax in time. Heritage property taxes were waived off as well. So this populist waiving off has become a trend. Shiv Sena promised waiving off of property tax in Mumbai for homes under 500 square feet. What's going on here? I mean, as a party, do you recognize the importance of it? You've been in power since 2007 in Municipal Corporation of Delhi. The health of these corporations is terrible. The importance of property tax, is that recognized by the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Oh, yes, absolutely recognized. The party doesn't believe in freebies and populism, as you say, but politics is politics. In some places you have to respond to the ground realities. And the fact is that, you know, my dear friend Ashutosh has been talking about, you know, kind of subsidies on water and electricity. But let's not forget, fundamentals and basis of economies of these three MCDs is completely different than the state of Delhi. The state of Delhi is the richest state in Delhi. They can afford to do many things. But at the same time, making these promises, they know themselves. First of all, you know, they have not even zero chance of coming to power. They know it very well. So they can promise anything from Moon to Jupiter to Saturn. They know they don't have to deliver it. In any case, they are known for not delivering and walking their talk. Everybody knows that. If they go for election today for Delhi Assembly, they won't get more than 5 seats. But what I'm saying is that making these kind of, and you now spending half an hour discussing or based on the promise that they have made. So it's just a sheer waste of time. You see, the point is that these three municipal corporations look at the basis of the fundamentals of their economy. They actually need money, and basically we all together also have to do something so that they can acquire and they can sustain better quality of governance. For better quality of governance, you need resources, you need money. Now these municipalities, for everything they have to go to Delhi government and literally beg, and they don't give them money. So since Aam Aadmi came to power,
what's your plan of actually making them more self-reliant? I mean, just hold your thought there. Let me just show you the numbers here and bring up this graphics. First of all, if you compare to Hyderabad, which gets Hyderabad Corporation gets 34% of its taxes from property tax. Delhi only gets 15%. It's way down the list. And if you look at the other politics of property tax, 25 lakh registered property owners in Delhi, only 41% pay property tax, adding up to the 1,500 crore figure that we are talking about. So your party has been in power since 2007. You've not been able to get the people who own properties to even pay up their taxes. Less than half of Delhi, which owns property, pays taxes, and I'm not even coming to that unauthorized colony point yet.
Manisha, just give me 30 seconds. First of all, let's not forget, yes, we have been in power for long. But at this time, first it was the Congress party in power in Delhi, and they would never, you know, let these municipal corporations to work. And Aam Aadmi party absolutely does allow these municipal corporations to work. Game plan is simple. If we go for election in Delhi, BJP will be in power. And Aam Aadmi party won't get more than 2 or 3 seats. You know, now that will be, it is important for BJP to come to power in Delhi and go for the kind of structural changes that are required so that we can give more autonomy to them, more financial autonomy, more governance autonomy, more autonomy so that they can deliver on all the things that the people expect from them.
Does more financial autonomy mean that you will allow more user charges, more taxes, which can be collected by MCD?
Well, that's not the only thing. You see, that's not the only thing. There are many other ways these municipal corporations can actually mobilize funds. There are many ways. We have already identified more than several, actually. There are many other ways. We can make them modern. We can learn from some other municipal corporation. But the more important thing is intent to talk about corruption, but to indulge in corruption. That's the bad thing which Aam Aadmi party is known for. Every single Delhiite recognizes it, except those who don't live in Delhi. I live in Delhi. I know what the problem is. Aam Aadmi Party's initials were good as long as Anna Hazare was with them. But since they dumped Anna Hazare, it's a completely different party. It's all corrupt party.
I think, Mr. Pawar, you're one person who's given me one solution to make both these corporations self-reliant, 2,000 crore plus deficit of both North and East Delhi municipal corporations, other than licensing of the vendors. tell me, why don't you just grab the bull by its horn? What is the problem with user charges and taxes? Why can't all of you say that, yes, pay up? If you want a great, beautiful Delhi, if you want infrastructure, if you want clean roads, you want great roads, pay up. But nobody is willing to say that just before elections. None of you want to say that.
You have asked a very good question, and you just pointed out that rather than offering freebies, why are we not offering solutions? And this is what where we stand different on a different footing than the Aam Aadmi Party or the BJP. We have roped in the best of our minds. We have roped in Mr. Jairam Ramesh to provide us a solution how to improve in the field of environment. Mr. Shashi Tharoor helped us to prepare a roadmap in regard to primary education. And we have laid down all these roadmaps before the people. And we have been repeatedly saying that the first step that we need to take in the municipal corporations is to make them financially self-reliant. And I'll give you another example. In regard to road tax, the corporations are supposed to collect 1,650 crore rupees per annum from road tax. But what is actually coming in the government coffers is only 350 crores, barely 20%. Where is the rest of the money going? It is going in the pockets of the corrupt councillors of the BJP. And what is Aam Aadmi Party talking about corruption today? The Shunglu committee has exposed that how the Arvind Kejriwal government is corrupt from top to bottom.
The final question goes to Mr. Srikanth. Mr. Srikanth, here is the situation. We have this fantastic smart city mission. Municipal bonds are going to be hitting the market by March end. And here you have municipalities and political leaders actually giving away freebies. This does not bode good for Indian cities and the quality of life that India will have.
Absolutely, absolutely. And municipal bonds, we've been talking about municipal bonds for the last 20 years, but they've largely been a non-starter in India. And therefore, unless our municipalities become financially self-sufficient, or at least financially self-sustainable, including based on predictable devolutions from state governments, municipal bonds will remain a non-starter. They will only, facilitate certain specific projects based on ring-fenced revenues. Clearly, financial self-sufficiency of Indian cities is closely linked even to the economic growth story of India, because no middle-income country in the world has achieved middle-income status without riding on urbanization. So urbanization has been, over the last 150 years, a key enabler of economic growth of countries, from poor countries to middle-income countries. And India is on that trajectory. Cities will have to play a key role. And for cities to play that role, they will need to be able to attract investments, both in terms of infrastructure, in business and trade, and talent. And for that, in turn, cities must be able to provide good infrastructure, a good living environment for high-quality talent to come and live and work. That cannot happen unless cities are financially self-sufficient. So fiscal
Absolutely.
health of
I think we'll have to wrap up the discussion here, but the message, Srikanth, is very, very clear that we have to make our Indian cities and our civic bodies very self-reliant. And, populist measures, I don't know where it will lead to. We'll see how things unfold, whether it's the cost of corruption which will make up for the deficit in property tax. Time will say. But I'm going to thank all my panelists here, Ashutosh, Narendra Taneja and Mr. Pawar. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. Well, Indian cities fare very poorly compared to any global city in quality of living. Delhi's rank is a low 161, even below Mumbai in the Mercer's Quality of Living Rankings 2016. So any waivers, any populist measures have to be taken with a pinch of salt. Thank you so much for joining me on Urban Reality. I will be back next week with another burning issue on the state of our cities. Goodbye.